Hi, welcome to What You're Reading, where librarians from around DeKalb County talk about the books that we are reading in quarantine. My name is Fran. I am from the North Lake Library.
My name is Nicole, and I'm from the Harrison Crossing Library.
And my name is Mia, and I'm from the Decatur Library.
Once again, we are down a person. Hi to Angela, who still is not able to join us, but hopefully she will be back very soon. Today we are talking about books that center around friendship. A lot of YA books have love interests and romance, even no matter what genre they are. Fantasy, there's a romance. Sci-fi, there's a romance. Contemporary, there's always a romance. So if you're looking for books that don't feature romance heavily or at all, these picks might be really good for you. So this one is one that I read recently. It's called When You Were Everything. It's by Ashley Woodfolk. We have it in paper copy at the library. We also have it on Overdrive in ebook and e-audio. I believe that there's a wait on ebook right now, but e-audio at the time that we're filming this is checked in. So check that out. When You Were Everything is a story that's told both in now sections and then sections, and it's basically about two girls, Layla and I believe Cleo, yes, who have been friends for their entire lives, almost, and it's about the dissolution of their friendship, about how they were the most important people in the world to each other, and how all of that went wrong, and why it's irreparable. I think that it feels very realistic. It doesn't also feel like a situation where there's a bad guy. It feels like sometimes you're just not what the other person needs in their life, and you grow apart, and it's sad. I think all of us who've been through high school, at least I had that situation with a friend or two in high school, and reading this, if you've been through that, or you know people who are going through that, or you want to hold on to the friendships that you have right now, this is a really good reminder to always, always, always treat each other well, talk to each other, try to work out problems before they become irreparable. And it's really good.
I love that.
I know.
That happens. You know, it's such a good recommendation. I'm gonna read that.
I feel like that's what made me feel like adult too, is like when I realized more about friendship, and that there's friends that are good for you and friends that are not, and knowing how to be a good friend and when someone's not being a good friend. I think those are such important lessons too.
Yeah, and just like every relationship, friendship takes work. You have to communicate and just really be kind to each other always. And
yeah,
this book was, I think, really important and also really heartbreaking. So keep some tissues nearby.
Thank you. Well, speaking of kindness and friends, I'm going to talk about my pick. And my pick is called I Am Princess X, and it's by Cherie Priest. And we have it right now in e-audiobook, in a paperback copy at the libraries, and CDs, like books on tape or books on CD at the library. I recommend the paper copy because yes, I do. Yes,
sorry.
I recommend the paper copy. This book,
really Nicole.
I am, I promise. But it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid webcomic graphic novel with a traditional novel, so you really do need to see what they're talking about. But it's called I Am Princess X. It's about two best friends who grow up together, Libby and May, and unfortunately there is an accident, and Libby passes away with her mother in a car accident. And then years later, May starts seeing a webcomic that they created as little girls throughout her city. And it's like this like underground webcomic. And it leads her to believe that Libby may not have died in the car accident after all. So it's her solving the mystery to try to figure out if her friend is still alive, and if so, where, and what the story is and what's going on. And it's fabulous. I love it. But like I said, it's like a hybrid. So you really do have to like look at the webcomic while you're reading it. And so use our contact-free pickup and place it on hold. There are 10 copies available right now. So like it's worth a read. And I mean, it's a little bit older. It's from 2015, but it's great. It's not dated whatsoever. I read it last year and adored it.
I think that one might have been a peach book back.
It was.
Just often why we have so many copies of them, but
yep, that's how I learned about it. But yeah, I am Princess X, so go ahead and check it out today.
That one sounds good. I was just so shocked when you didn't recommend the audio. I was like, what?
Me too.
Actual book.
Yeah, please tell me that yours isn't sad. I feel like we just wrecked two sad things.
Mine's not sad, but I'm not sure if I'm going to like it yet. I'm like probably maybe a quarter in, and it's called, here you go, it's Freaky in Fresno, and it's by Laurie, Boyle, Crompton. And it's like a Freaky Friday switch. I'm assuming everyone kind of knows what that is, but if you don't, it's when two people switch bodies. So they look like the other person, but their personality and their thoughts are in the other person. So this is about two cousins who are really, really close, and then they grow apart, and then their aunt, there's not either of their mothers, but a separate aunt, because their parents are one of three girls, wants to buy them a shared car. But the only way they can have it is if they promise to use it together and share it, because the aunts want them to grow close again. And so one of the girls really wants the car. She's like a YouTube, she's trying to get 1 million followers, and she thinks that this will help. And the other girl is trying to save an old drive-in movie theater, and so she wants the car for this. They can't agree, and they have this like crazy fight in the middle of the car right when they're about to get it, and like the lights go out. Jamie Lee Curtis comes on the screen, which I think is really funny because she was in a Freaky Friday movie. And then they wake up and they have switched bodies, and it's about them sort of coming back together and learning to be friends again. So it has a lot of potential. I can't tell yet right now if I'm going to like it or not, because you know me, I'm not usually, even though it's sort of fantasy with a Freaky Friday, it's a lot of non-fantasy elements in it, so I'm not as excited as my usual, but it's cute and I love the cover. That's how I found it. And yeah, it's on Hoopla, which is for ebook, and then there's also hard copies in the system, but I think there's only one right now that's checked in because we only have 2 copies. Yeah, so not a Peach Award.
Well, thank you so much for listening. If you have any recs for books that are about friendship that don't have romance, put those in the comments. We'd love to see your recommendations. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Oh, mine has romance.
Oh, no, it's fine. Just mostly not romance. Put your recommendations for books that do not feature romance as the main thing down below.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.